Hello, my Super Eagles fans. Few days here, I posted a video here when I was talking about how the Nigerian Football Federation and Super Eagles manager Eric Chair are trying their possible best to convince Brentford defender Michael Kayode to switch his allegiance to Nigerian national team. And I am surprised that in Nigeria, is actually saying that there is no need convincing those boys who are born abroad to come and play for Nigeria. That instead of NFL to focus on convincing the European born player to come and play for Nigeria, that is better, they produce their own talent from the grassroots here. Guys, is there anything bad, in convincing your players in Nigeria descent born abroad to come and play for us? Is there anything bad in it? Is it only Nigeria that actually look for those guys, and bring them into their team? I don't think it's only the Nigerian Football Federation that does that. A lot of nations do it. Just recently here, the Nigerian Football Federation actually have a case against DR Congo. What is the essence of that case? It is as a result of DR Congo actually, calling some of their players who have dual citizenship, to come and represent them. So why is the Congolese people not fighting their government for calling those people back to play for them? What is bad if Nigeria, went ahead to convince Kayode to come and play for us? What is bad there? What is bad if the guy actually changed his mind to come and play for Nigeria? Yes, it is true that this guy has featured for Italy in under 17, under 18, and under 19. But the truth is, he has not represented the senior national team of Italy. So he still have every opportunity to play for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. This guy, yes, quite okay, has featured for Italy under 19, under 18, and under 17. But he has not featured for the senior national team. Is it only Africa that does that? No, it's not only Africa that do that. Do you know how many of our Nigerian decent players that are featuring for the England national team now? Do you know how many of our, Nigeria decent that are playing for France? Why are those people not complaining? These people are our citizens. Yes, the fact that they have represented one nation or the other at the junior level doesn't mean that they cannot represent the country again. Doesn't mean they cannot represent Nigeria again. I know a lot of you may be wondering why I'm actually saying this, but former Nigerian footballer Emmanuel Babayaro, a brother to Celestine Babayaro, recently on a podcast was actually criticizing the Nigerian Football Federation, on calling on Nigerian players born abroad to come and represent Nigeria, saying that most of these guys don't actually want to feature for Nigeria, that they only think of coming to represent Nigeria when their adopted countries, when the country they actually want to play for did not select them and age is no longer on their side, that is when they consider, the Super Eagles of Nigeria. That the NFF should not focus on people like that, that instead they should, think of producing players from our local leagues. And he swears, this is what he said: we need to pay more attention to production. A lot of these players, their first instinct is that they would rather be with their adopted countries, the places where they think the football is bigger. So more often than not, then coming back to say they are going to play for Nigeria is as a result of missing out on selection in their adopted country. That means us taking the leftover. That means Nigeria is taking the leftover. No, now that is not actually fair. That is not fair. Yes, everybody make mistake at some point in their life. Yes, if these people, have actually been waiting, trying, and the Nigerian football is not calling them forth, and another nation, see the potential in them and call them to represent them at junior level, do you want them to say no to it? And now that they are not being selected into the national team of this European country, and the Nigerian Football Federation called for them to represent them, what is bad in such player, coming to represent Nigeria? I don't see anything bad in it. So we should, mind the kind of things we say. We should at least mind the kind of things we say, because personally, I don't see anything wrong with that. If any player don't want to play for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, it's up to him. And the ones that are willing to play for us, let them be. As for Kayode, I don't see anything bad in Kayode coming to play for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. It has not even been confirmed that this guy is actually going to accept it. The Nigerian Football Federation are only, trying to convince him. They don't even know if the guy will actually agree to that. And already some people are complaining. No, It's not good. We really need to welcome those guys home. And that doesn't stop the Nigeria Football Federation from looking, around our local leagues to pick some good ones from there too. Welcoming the Nigeria players born abroad, does not stop the NFL from selecting some good players from the grassroots to represent the country. So I don't understand. My people, what is your take on this? Is there anything bad in calling a Nigeria decent who have represented another country, probably at the youth level, to come and represent Nigeria? Is there anything bad about it? Please, whatever your opinion may be, I would like to see it on the comment section. Do well to like, comment, and do not forget to turn on the notification to enable you see when next post. Thank you for watching this video. See you in my next video. Bye.